It was late on a Friday night when I dragged myself through the front door, exhausted but relieved the workweek had finally ended. Julia, my wife, caught my eye immediately. She didn't look like she usually did lounging around the house. Instead, she was dressed to impress. Heels, a sleek black dress, her makeup carefully applied. I raised a brow. Big night ahead? I asked. She paused for the briefest second before forcing a smile. Just helping out a friend who needs me. Her voice was calm, but her eyes betrayed her. They darted away, unable to meet mine. A knot tightened in my gut. Something wasn't right. I had already noticed changes. Girls' nights happening more frequently, her phone practically glued to her hand, traces of a man's cologne clinging to her clothes that didn't belong to me. But this time, I wasn't brushing it aside. I leaned back and studied her. She tried to look at ease, but her body gave her away. Her shifting weight, the tapping of her foot, the way she avoided my eyes. I'd seen it before, in small lies about shopping receipts or forgotten details. Only this wasn't small. This was different. Before she could head out, I spoke evenly. Julia, there's something I need to show you. Her smile faltered. The color drained from her face. What do you mean? I pulled out my phone, already open to the photos I'd been holding onto. Last Saturday, she told me she was helping a friend move. She didn't get home until 3 in the morning. What she didn't know was that my cousin had been downtown that same night, eating at a restaurant. He spotted Julia there, not with moving boxes but with another man. Laughing with him, leaning close, touching his arm in a way no friend would. My cousin snapped pictures and sent them to me, telling me to wait until I was ready to confront her. Tonight was that night. I handed her the phone. Her hands trembled as she scrolled through the images. In every one, she wore the same floral dress I remembered, sitting across from a stranger, leaning in for a kiss. She froze mid-breath, her lips parting but no words coming out. So I asked quietly, "Where exactly are you going tonight? Another moving job, or dinner with him again?" The silence pressed down heavy. Her breathing quickened. She clutched her purse like a guilty child. Then came the weak defense, a shaky laugh. "It's not what it looks like." "Don't." I cut her off sharply. "Don't insult me with another lie." For once she stopped talking. The confident woman who had been heading for the door now looked cornered, fragile. She opened her mouth again, but one hard glance from me silenced her. "You're not going anywhere tonight," I said flatly. Her eyes widened, fear flickering, not of me, but of the reality settling in. She realized what this meant. I reached into the drawer and laid a folder on the table. Inside were bank statements, message transcripts I'd retrieved from her phone, and a draft separation agreement my lawyer had prepared earlier in the week. Julia's gasp broke the air. "You already knew," she whispered. I nodded slowly. "I knew enough. I just wanted to see if you'd admit it." The weight of the truth struck her harder than any accusation could. She collapsed onto the couch, her purse slipping from her hands. Tears welled in her eyes as she reached toward me. "Please. It was a mistake. It didn't mean anything." I leaned forward, my voice cold but steady. "Maybe you meant nothing to him. But you meant everything to me. And you threw that away, for nothing more than excitement." She sobbed, covering her face. But my resolve didn't crack. The damage was already done. I stood, walked to the very door she had been eager to step through, and opened it wide. "You wanted to leave tonight? Go. But don't expect to come back." Shock washed over her features. She had expected anger, maybe shouting, but not this finality. I pointed at the folder. "Those papers will be filed Monday. My savings, my home, my future, they're protected. The only thing you'll be left with is regret." Her cries grew louder, but I didn't flinch. Slowly, with trembling hands, she gathered her belongings. A strange calm spread through me, replacing the gnawing suspicion and fear I'd carried for weeks. Julia had made her choice long before this confrontation. All I was doing now was sealing it. She shuffled past me, her eyes swollen and red, no excuses left to give. The door shut behind her with a heavy, final thud. And just like that, it was over. Alone in the silence that followed, I didn't feel broken. I felt free. Julia had thought she could live 2 lives, but lies always catch up. In the end, betrayal isn't just the act, It's the choice someone makes when they assume you'll never discover the truth. But I did. And instead of begging or forgiving, I let her walk into the life she had chosen. For the first time in years, I was ready to live mine, without her.